Charles, if you can go back and think about all the Hester moments, which one stands out the most to you?
The one when we played the Giants, I think it was like Monday Night Football. He returns back the missed field goal. He just had a wall of blockers running down our sideline. I know I pancaked the guy. Hunter Hillemeyer pancaked the guy. Devin gets to the end zone and he does the ball in. That's when that whole ball in, that's when that song came out. So, yeah, it was a great memory. Great memory.
One of my favorite memories of your guys' returns, because it really was a team effort.
For sure, 1,000%. Yeah.
And that was the thing I think I enjoyed watching most, is how much pride you guys took in blocking for him.
Yeah.
And the game where you guys clinched the division against the Vikings, his rookie year, he kind of rolls on top of you as he's stumbling into the end zone.
That's probably one of my favorite ones, because punt returns, because I'm blocking my guy and I see him and he's behind me and I'm trying to time it up, like waiting, and then I just had to dive at the last second to push him, and then he ran right in, and then that was awesome. That was a fun one.
Like for you guys, you guys became starters and wanting to stay on special teams to block for him. Talk about that a little bit.
So it's funny, Roman and I, we talk on our podcast, but I was a special teams starter all 13. I started on defense, but I did special teams my entire career. And I think special teams is something that you want to be on it, you know, and we wanted to be on the field when Devin was returning. And we wanted to block for him. And because he was so good at it, there was more of a like, I want to be a part of greatness because I know he's going to return it. All I need to do is give this guy just a slight crease. And Devin would tell you, he's like, look, man, all I need is a crease. Just give me a little bit of a crease. I'll set up the block. You just block him. I'll set up the block. I'm going to help y'all out too. And it was really a team effort. It wasn't just up, punt return, third down, go try to block it, do this, and run down the field, let him fair catch it. Like, it was like, no, hey, this is a touchdown. And that was how we thought. We thought every return was going to be a touchdown. And he had a lot of good ones that didn't go, but we still had good field position.
Yeah. So it's Super Bowl weekend, obviously. We're coming up on it. You know, Devin Hester's Super Bowl return is one of the greatest Super Bowl moments ever.
Right.
Talk about the lead up to that game, the preparation for that moment.
Yeah.
You said you guys always knew he was going to take it to the house.
So
your memories of that.
My memory from that is I tried not to get too excited because there was a lot of football left. I'm not going to say that I wasn't, because I was. I just suppressed a lot of it because it's only one play. And on the other side of the ball, they had Peyton Manning. And I know how good he is with 90 seconds left in the entire game. So you got a whole 4 quarters minus 10, 15 seconds into the game. So I was excited, but yet at the same time, I was just like, okay, it's one play. I'm happy. I couldn't process, like, man, the opening kickoff, he just took it back. I was just like, hey, he took it back. All right, we got work to do. So when I look on it now, I'm kind of mad at myself because I didn't enjoy all of it in that moment. I was so focused on it's just one play, up and down. It's just one play. Good play, bad play, up and down. So I'm kind of mad at myself because I didn't fully take advantage of that moment because I look at all the film and everyone in the silence are jumping. If you see a film of me sitting there like this, like, yep, he got it. Okay, that's one. We need to get some more. And that was just kind of like my mind or my thought process in that time.
Yeah, I can remember an NFL Films audio for the Seahawks in the playoffs leading up to that, where a guy came up to you and was like, that guy is good. And then he's like, we told him, kick the ball out of bounds.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those special moments. One thing I'd really love to hear, this is for me, just as somebody that Devin Hester's my favorite player. I don't think that's ever going to change. All due respect, Peanut.
I take no offense to it.
I'm sure he's probably your favorite player all the time,
it's
right?
all opinionated. I'm cool with it.
So for me, I love to hear the stories of what wasn't on TV, like the practices. You know, I heard some great folklore stories of what he did at Miami. Can you give me any moment in practice that is a unique story that stood out?
Well, practice, everyone scores touchdowns in practice.
Sure.
I scored touchdowns. Every interception I got, I scored a touchdown. So in practice, do I have anything? I don't know. What I could tell you is when we played defense or special teams, like when we weren't in the game, we were always playing games. Meaning the offensive team would go and they'd run their 10 to 12 plays. Defensive players and special teams players, we'd be taking a break, sitting on the benches, and we would play charades. We would play like movie game. We would play this acting game. And we literally just made up games during practice. That was the one thing that, in my opinion, that kind of made us unique and it made us closer. Offense, they run their 12 plays. We're like, all right, movie, 3 words, first word, little word, 1 syllable, the. Okay, second word, 3 syllables. The third syllable sounds like. So we would play all these games in practice, and it was like, lethal weapon. Yes, that's it. Then the horn would blow, and it was like, defense. And then we'd all get our helmets, put them on, go run our defensive period. And then next thing you know, we run our 10, 12 plays. We come back. All right, who's up? Who's up? Hey, Lack, it's your turn. Hey, Lance, it's your turn. All right, cool. What do we got? All right, cool. Do this movie. And I got to give him a movie. It's like, all right. This movie has 5 words. We just play games, and that's what made us cool. It made us close. Like, we knew to have fun and when to play. But when it was time to strap on the helmet and go to work,
yes, sir,
we would go to work. And it was 11 guys. It was 11 guys, 11 ballers, 11 great players just having fun.
Yeah, truly, I could just say, me and Nick, watching you guys at Bourbon, it was an honor to watch you guys like legends all across the field. Real quick, because I know you got a lot to get to with what you're doing, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about the current Bears and the trajectory they're on.
Defensively, I think they're doing some good things. Offensively, I think we got some ways to go. But there's growth in it, right? Someone asked Giannis a question last year or the year before last. Was like, is it a failure? And he was like, no, it's growth. I don't see it as failure. I see it as us getting better, and I see it as the Bears getting better. I haven't played for the team in a while, but my heart and soul is with this team. I get mad when they lose. I get happy when they win. And what I really want to see, though, is I just want to see 53 guys competing, not 2 or 3, not 5 or 6. I want to see 53 guys competing. And whatever the coach is saying, whatever your defensive coach, offensive coach, coordinator, whatever, I want you to truly believe that this offense is going to score us 25, 30 points. This defense is going to keep the offense from getting 7 points or 14 points. And I want them to know that, and I want to see 11 guys run into the ball. I want to see 11 guys doing one thing to make this play perfect every single time.
You feel like they were flying around enough?
I do. I feel like the defense, when Flu started calling the defense, I thought the defense did a phenomenal job. Yeah. I want to see more production out of the D-line. Once he got there, D-line started doing stuff.
Yep.
That's what I'm like. I want to see guys compete. I want to see guys compete. I personally would be mad if I'm on that D-line and then you go get a guy and then all of a sudden we get better. Like, if I'm one of the other D linemen in there, like, no, I'm him. I'm a guy. I'm good enough. You don't have to go get a guy outside of me. But that's me, and that's my mindset. That's how I think. I would think, no, I'm the guy. You don't need to go get a guy. You can pay me, because I'm going to go out there and I'm going to get the sack, or I'm going to whatever. I'm going to get the pass rush. I'm going to get up the field. I'm going to get the TFL. That's how I think. I don't want you to have to go shop and get a guy. That means I'm not doing my job.
Right.
So I would take offense to that if I were a D lineman.
What'd you make of Jalen's season?
I thought he did great. Yeah. I thought he did great. The thing about having a good season, now you've exposed yourself and you let everyone know how good you are. So now that's the new expectation. You've set the bar here. Now, next season, I want you to set it here and just keep going and learning. And I hope he stays and he continues to grow and his wisdom, and he just has a phenomenal season.
Real quick on Tyreek Stevenson and Kyler Gordon, young guys, you ascended pretty quickly, and it seems like they've kind of caught on pretty quick.
They have great seasons. I think a lot of the success, too, though, is them, but their coach, John Hogan. He's a great coach. Yeah. He was there when I was there. Mm-hmm. I made 2 Pro Bowls with him. I was all-pro with him. He's a great teacher. He's a great teacher at teaching concepts and how teams are attacking you. The student has to be willing to accept coaching and not be defensive when you do something wrong.
I think today's group of athletes can be sensitive at times when a coach is trying to coach you, not disrespect you or pick on you, but actually just trying to coach you to get you to become the best version of yourself on this play or that play. And I think John Hoke is a good coach to get any player to get the best potential out of that player. So I'm not surprised Jalen had a good season. Hoke is there.
Yep.
He's a good coach. He's a good coach at getting the best out of you. And he doesn't have to yell. He doesn't have to, scream at you. He gonna talk to you.
Yes, sir.
And he knows, all right, well, he can do this. Well, look, that's not good enough. I need you to do more. And you can do it.
Yes, sir.
And it's my job to get it out of you. And I'm not gonna scream and yell and piss and moan. We're professionals. It's a job. We treat it like a business. And I believe he got it out of him. And he did it in a professional way. And I think Jalen benefited from that.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? It's a partnership with the coach and the players. And I hope the players can see it as such. It's a partnership. Your job is to put me in the best position. My job is when you call this play, I need to be at this place to make that play. And my hope is that the partnership is even better in 2024.
Well, we saw you at camp last year working with those guys, so it seems like they are, sponges and want to learn from some of the greats.
Yeah.
You said the offense got a long way to go, so it's the proverbial what would you
Maybe
do?
I'm not going to say long way to go. I think they know they have an uphill road to climb. I'm not going to say 3-4 years. No, it could be this year. It could be this season. I think.
Well, here comes the proverbial. What are you doing with the number one?
I'm
fix it.
You can trade it. You can keep it. But if you keep it, I don't think you draft another quarterback, because if you draft another quarterback, in my opinion, at number one, you're just starting the clock over and you're doing it all over again. I think Caleb, I don't think he's ever officially said he doesn't want to come to Chicago.
Sure.
People in his camp have said that. How true is it? I don't know. I don't even really care. I just know that I would never want to draft a guy who didn't want to come play for my organization.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I personally think it's a privilege to get drafted by any team. And if you're the prospect, it's up to you to prove yourself to that team and the rest of those veterans on that team. And I'm not saying Caleb said that. It was just, it's rumor, whatever. So I'm commenting on the rumor. But if they do decide to go with him, hey, I'm a firm believer in competition. May the best man win. We saw it in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Purdy, he's still there. And he was a 5th, 6th round pick, and he's getting ready to play for a Super Bowl. Competition brings out the best in everybody. Whether you're a first round pick 3 years ago, or whether you're the first round pick in 2024, competition brings out the best in everybody.
Well, if there's anybody that competed better with the Bears, you'd be hard pressed to find it. Peanut and Tillman, we appreciate you coming on. Always a pleasure.
Appreciate y'all.
Always learn something new every time I talk to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
We all silly like the mayor.